The event is about to begin. Please be seated. 活动即将开始，请各位就座。Distinguished guests, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining today's exhibition agreement signing ceremony on the special exhibition, Ancient Egypt Unveiled, Treasures from Egyptian Museums, jointly presented by the Hong Kong Palace Museum and the Supreme Council of Antiquities of Egypt. This is Sybil, your MC today. Opening in November this year, this is the largest and the most comprehensive exhibition of ancient Egyptian treasures in Hong Kong in recent decades, showcasing exquisite treasures from 7 major museums in Egypt, as well as a group of ancient Chinese objects to highlight the parallel development and achievements of the 2 of the world's greatest ancient civilizations. First, let us invite Mrs. Betty Fong, Chief Executive Officer of the West Kowloon Cultural District Authority, to deliver a welcome remark. Mrs. Fong, please.
Secretary General Mohamed Ismail Mohamed Othman Mohamed Ali Osama Akhtir, Consul General, Deputy Consul General, good morning. It is my great honor to welcome you to the agreement signing ceremony for Ancient Egypt Unveiled, Treasures from Egyptian Museums, a landmark exhibition jointly organized by the Hong Kong Palace Museum and the Supreme Council of Antiquities of the Arab Republic of Egypt. This extraordinary showcase will open its doors to the public from the 20th November 2025 to 31st August 2026, offering an unparalleled journey into the heart of ancient Egypt. First and foremost, I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to our esteemed co-organizer, the Supreme Council of Antiquities, for their invaluable partnership in bringing this exhibition to fruition. A very warm welcome to our esteemed Egyptian delegates who just arrived in Hong Kong yesterday after an extremely long journey via Doha. We are profoundly honored to collaborate with 7 of Egypt's most prestigious museums: the Egyptian Museum in Cairo, Suhak Museum, Luxor Museum, Suez Museum, Matruh Museum, Hurghada Museum, and Sherief Malaty Museum, as well as the Saqqara Archaeological Site, whose generosity allow us to share their national treasures with Hong Kong. Ancient Egypt Unveiled will be one of Hong Kong's most significant cultural events in 2025 and 2026, presenting the largest and most comprehensive collection of ancient Egyptian artifacts ever showcased in our city. Over an unprecedented 9.5 months, visitors will encounter 250 rare and exquisite artifacts, including recent groundbreaking discoveries from Saqqara that shed new light on Egypt's awe-inspiring civilization. All the artifacts are shown in Hong Kong for the first time, and indeed, many of them are exhibited outside Egypt for the first time also, rendering this a must-see exhibition for our visitors from Hong Kong and beyond. This exhibition carries even greater significance as it coincides with the 70th anniversary of diplomatic relations between China and Egypt in 2026. Ancient Egypt Unveiled is a testament to our two nations' enduring commitments to cultural exchange and mutual understanding. Structured into 4 captivating sections, The Land of the Pharaohs, The Legend of Tutankhamun, The Secrets of Saqqara, and the Ancient Egypt and the World. The exhibition will employ innovative curation and cutting-edge technology to immerse audiences in the wonders of the ancient Egypt. In a unique dialogue between the two world civilizations, we will also display a selection of ancient Chinese artifacts, drawing fascinating parallels between the two great cultures. Our heartfelt gratitude goes to the Consulate General of Egypt in Hong Kong, China, for lending your wonderful support to the project. We are also deeply grateful to the Shanghai Museum, our valued partner in this endeavor, for their unwavering support in shaping this visionary project and facilitating the transportation of artifacts to Hong Kong in due course. In the coming few months, the Hong Kong Palace Museum will work closely with our Egyptian colleagues to ensure the staging of a resoundingly successful exhibition in Hong Kong. To our distinguished Egyptian delegation, I wish you a memorable and enjoyable stay in Hong Kong, and thank you to you all for joining us this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Fong, for your sharing. Please be seated. May we now invite Dr. Mohamed Ismail, Secretary General of the Supreme Council of Antiquities, Egypt, to deliver a speech. Dr. Mohamed Ismail, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Dear Ms. Petty, thank you very nice for your wonderful speech. Dr. Lewis, my friend, it has been very long time with negotiation until we made it. I'm very happy and honored to be here finally after long trip and stuck in Doha. That's why we had to shift our press conference for today, unfortunately. But finally we have made it, and we are here, and we are very happy and honored actually to be here in Hong Kong. It gives us also a pleasure to stand before you today in this, of course, prestigious Hong Kong Palace Museum. It's my first time to visit the museum, and I'm really happy to be here. It's one of the best museums that I ever visited in my life. Of course, it's the place, like much in Egypt, believes in power of heritage and history. Of course, stories that ancient artifacts tells and still whisper to us. Today, we don't merely sign an agreement. We open a door to over 5,000 years of civilization. We are here to mark the beginning of an extraordinary journey. The forthcoming exhibition entitled Ancient Egypt Unveiled, Treasures from the Egyptian Museum, which will take place right here in this museum from November 18th until August 31st, 2026. This exhibition is more than a display. It's a dialogue between past and present, between Egypt and the world, and also between two great cultures united by a reverence of timeless beauty of human creativity. This exhibition features 250 remarkable artifacts carefully selected from museums across Egypt, Cairo, Matruh, Kafr, Sheikh, Luxor, Sohag, Suez, and Hurghada, as Mrs. Petty has already said and mentioned, as well as the newly unearthed discoveries from Saqqara. We are still working right now, currently in Saqqara, and we are excavating there. There will be more discoveries will be announced in September from Saqqara, and we hope in our future collaboration that more artifacts also from Saqqara will come here once more to Hong Kong in order to be displayed in the museum. Of course, this exhibition is part from, or a selection from the artifacts that currently on display at the Shanghai Museum as part of the exhibition at the top of the pyramid, The Civilization of Ancient Egypt. The success, actually, of this exhibition in Shanghai has demonstrated the deep interest and admiration of Chinese public holds for ancient Egyptian heritage, as well as we are confident that also Hong Kong edition will build on that monumental offering an equally enriching and unforgettable experience for all the Chinese people. The storyline is bold and immersive, using the legendary period of ancient Egypt as a lens through which visitors can explore the richness and complexity of Egyptian civilization. It will unfold in three main themes, as Ms. Betty has explained already. Today, signing this ceremony makes a significant milestone of our culture endeavors. With the signing of this agreement, we formally launch a partnership built on mutual respect and shared passion for culture preservation. It's a testament of our commitment, not only to protection of our ancient treasure, but also to their responsible and meaningful presentation to audience around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, this exhibition is a labor of passion, a bridge of culture, and a symbol of friendship. It reflects our shared belief that heritage belongs to all humanity, and that by sharing our treasures, we enrich the global story. On behalf of the Supreme Council of Antiquities and the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities, I extend my sincere gratitude to our esteemed colleagues and friends at the Hong Kong Palace Museum. Of course, your professionalism, vision, and culture commitment make this partnership not only possible, but inspiring. I would like also to thank the Egyptian General Council for being here and for helping and facilitating this wonderful exhibition to be shown in Hong Kong. We look forward to welcoming the people of Hong Kong and visitors from across Asia and the world to encounter the wonderful of Egypt and ancient Egypt as never before here in the heart of this magnificent museum. Let this be first of many culture collaboration between our two nations. Thank you, and may this journey through time begin.
Thank you, Dr. Mohamed Ismail. Please be seated. Ancient Egypt Unveiled Treasures from Egyptian Museums showcases recent significant archaeological discoveries from the Saqqara, the vast necropolis of ancient capital Memphis, offering visitors of Hong Kong and around the world a glimpse into the mysteries of Egypt's magnificent ancient civilization. Now let's invite our signatories to the stage for the signing ceremony. They are Dr. Louis Ng, Director of the Hong Kong Palace Museum, and Dr. Mohamed Ismail, Secretary General, Supreme Council of Antiquities, Egypt. Let's also invite the witnesses of the signing ceremony today to join us on the stage. They are Mr. Baher Sheweikhi, Consul General, the Consulate General of Egypt in Hong Kong, China, Mrs. Betty Fong, Chief Executive Officer of the West Kowloon Cultural District Authority, Mr. Mohamed Othman, Head of Museum Sector, Supreme Council of Antiquities, Egypt, Ms. Joyce Ho, Chief Corporate Development Officer of the West Kowloon Cultural District Authority, Mr. Muhammad Ashraf, Legal Advisor to the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities, Egypt, and Mr. Brian Yoon, Deputy Director, Museum Operations, the Hong Kong Palace Museum. Before signing the agreement, may I invite the signatories to hold your pen for the first photo of today. Our photographers and media friends will capture this very important moment. Please look at our photographer in the middle. You can sign. Please proceed to sign on the agreement. Please proceed to exchange copies of the agreement and sign again. Now, please hold the agreement and look at our photographers in the room for a second photo. Thank you. May I invite the signatories to close the signed agreement and rise for the third photo. May I ask the witnesses to also come forward to join this photo. Please hold the document in one hand and extend the handshake with the other. If you're ready, please look at our photographers in the room. Great. Thank you, everyone. You may place the agreement on the table in front of you. May I invite everyone to take a step forward for our final group photo today. Let me also invite the following guests to join us on the stage. Please remain on stage for a final group photo. Let me invite Mr. Sherief Malaty, Deputy Consul General, Consulate General of Egypt in Hong Kong, China. Mr. Osama Atiyah, Specialist in the Marketing Section at the Egyptian Tourism Authority. Great. If you're ready, Okay, if you're ready, please look at our photographers in the middle of the room. And to our media friends on the left. Great. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Thank you so much. Now, let's invite Dr. Daisy Wang, Deputy Director, Curatorial Collection and Programming, Hong Kong Palace Museum, to introduce the exhibition and share with us some key object highlights of the special exhibition. Dr. Wang, please.
Our distinguished Egyptian colleagues, our dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, salam alaikum. Good afternoon. Today, we're very excited to share with you an introduction to this landmark exhibition and our excitement, our thrill over this wonderful project. So this exhibition will show over 250 spectacular treasures, mostly from Egypt, dating back to 7,000 to 2,000 years, to illustrate the culture, art, and society of ancient Egyptian civilization during the 5,000 years of its greatest flourishing. Some of the highlights. The exhibits are high in number and rich in variety, including spectacular statues of pharaohs and deities, stone stelae, gold ornaments, fantastic coffins, and animal mummies. These stunning exhibits come from 7 important museums in Egypt, including the Egyptian Museum in Cairo, the Luxor Museum, the Suez National Museum. Many of these treasures represent the latest archaeological discoveries in Egypt. Some are displayed outside of Egypt for the first time. Next slide. The Hong Kong Palace Museum will jointly organize the exhibition with Egypt's esteemed Supreme Council of Antiquities with direct and generous loans from Egyptian museums. So that is different from the past practice. And this exhibition will be the largest, most comprehensive, and longest-running exhibition of ancient Egyptian treasures ever held in Hong Kong. So this will be a landmark historic moment for Hong Kong. The show, with a duration of 9.5 months, is expected to be very popular for visitors both home and abroad. The museum, Hong Kong Palace Museum, will provide fresh exhibition design, multimedia contents, immersive experience, as well as rich and innovative learning offerings. Next slide. So why we're taking this exhibition? Because it demonstrates the Hong Kong Palace Museum's vision of fostering dialogue among world civilizations. And also, as our CEO and Dr. Ismail mentioned, next year will mark the 70th anniversary of the establishment of the diplomatic relations between China and Egypt, 2 of the world's greatest ancient civilizations. And also, it's very important for us to note, last year, the heads of state of China and Egypt jointly signed the cooperation plan between the government of the People's Republic of China and the government of the Arab Republic of Egypt on jointly promoting the construction of the Belt and Road. This exhibition will help advance people-to-people dialogue and culture exchange outlined in this strategic plan. Now, next slide. I'll walk you through the exhibition's 4 sections. So this exhibition has the following sections: the Land of Pharaohs, the Legend of Tutankhamun, the Secret of Saqqara, and finally, Ancient Egypt and the World. Next slide, please. And next slide, please. So let's delve into the first section. The first section introduces the history of the Pharaohic era and the defining characteristics of the ancient Egypt. Next slide. It explores divine kinship, belief system, and the world of afterlife, as well as life. For example, the colossal head of the pharaoh Senusret I. How big it is? It measures 2.5 meters in height, just his head, and weighs 2.5 tons. So you can just imagine the spectacular appeal of all these fantastic sculptures. Next slide. Next slide. We're also showing the pantheons of ancient Egypt, including this compelling statue of the god of the underworld and also the god of agriculture, Osiris. Next slide. Don't forget, we will have a spectacular selection of sarcophagi, painted, gilded, along with, next slide, spectacular treasures made in the most precious materials such as gold, gemstones, etc. Next slide. We also feature more humble objects, but equally interesting, such as a 4,000-year-old bread from ancient Egypt. Next slide. Now we come to the second section, which is equally compelling. Now we come to storytelling. We know King Tut, right? So this section is dedicated to the stories of King Tut. Back to 100 years ago, in the year 1922, next slide, we witnessed the world's most important archaeological discovery of the last century. Archaeologists opened the tomb and uncovered over 5,000 treasures, including the iconic gold mask. But also, in addition to these fantastic findings, next slide, we'll also delve into the story, the fascinating story of this young pharaoh who actually ascended the throne as a boy king and died before he reached the age of 20. Now, we also have his family members. For example, you're looking at his father, Akhenaten, and his nominal mother, Nefertiti, who is known as probably the most beautiful and powerful queens of ancient Egypt. Next slide. Tutankhamun's time really saw the flourishing of arts and design. So in this section, we have a range of spectacular treasures, including gold necklace. We have the gold crown. Next slide. We have most beautiful and exquisite objects made in ivory, faience, you name it. Next slide. Now we come to the third section, which is also a highlight of this exhibition, is that you may not be familiar with the name of Saqqara. Saqqara is not so far away from the capital, Cairo. And the recent discoveries at Saqqara was named the world's top 10 archaeological discoveries in 2019 and 20. So this section will present Saqqara's latest archaeological findings, including painted coffins, next slide, and animal mummies, including cat mummies. This section highlights Saqqara's significance as a noble cemetery, a place with high concentration of temples dedicated to animal gods, as well as its significance as a religious site. Last slide. Yeah, next one, please. Now we come to the final section. This section echoes Hong Kong Palace Museum's mission to promote dialogue among world civilizations. So in fact, in ancient Egypt, this region already have very, very close contact with its neighboring areas, such as the Mediterranean region. Next slide. For example, on your left-hand side, this is a stele with both Egyptian and Greek scripts. Remember, Hong Kong also enjoying a multilingual environment. Next slide. Now, you'll be surprised, although Egypt and China developed in parallel in the past 7,000 years, but these two civilizations shared many similarities, but developed in parallel. For example, in this exhibition, we'll juxtapose painted pottery from ancient Egypt and ancient China. Next slide. We'll also juxtapose Hong Kong Palace Museum's world-class collection of gold ornaments from ancient China and golden treasures from Egypt. Next slide. And you may also be surprised that, in fact, starting from almost 10 years ago, Chinese archaeologists and Egyptian archaeologists have been working hand in hand for major archaeological projects active and ongoing in Egypt, as Dr. Ismail already mentioned. In closing, I would also like to mention that this exhibition will have very rich and diverse offerings of learning programs. Next slide. We'll offer talks, school programs, tours, and many, many other innovative programs. For example, dance and music performances. So thank you very much again for our guests all the way coming here. Thank you all for attending the ceremony.
Thank you, Daisy, for the insightful presentation. Please be seated. We will now proceed to the Q&A session. May I invite the following guests to join us on this stage for the Q&A session. Dr. Mohamed Ismail, Secretary General of the Supreme Council of Antiquities, Egypt. and Dr. Louis Ng, Director of the Hong Kong Palace Museum. Media friends, if you have any questions for our speakers, please feel free to raise your hand and our staff will pass you the microphone. When asking your questions, please kindly state your name and the media organization that you represent. To ensure we make the most of our time today, please limit your questions to no more than 2. And I would encourage you to ask questions in English so our speakers today can address to your questions directly. I will now take the first question from the floor. Yes, green shirt.
Hello. Okay, thank you for the microphone. My name is Connie, and I'm from Weibo. So Hong Kong is developing as a cultural exchange hub nowadays, and I wonder, how do you think this role of Hong Kong can boost the exhibition? And what do you expect from the exhibition that will be lasting for almost 1 year? Thank you very much.
Yes. Question. I think that's why that we bring the exhibition to Hong Kong after the Shanghai show. I think the Egypt and China, I think, are the two very important, the ancient civilization museum, and then we have established the friendship over 17 years. Next year we will celebrate our 70. I think that in addition to the democratic relationship, I think very important, I think, to enhance our understanding of our culture. I think that we would like to promote Chinese art and culture to Egypt, and also we would like to bring Egypt the art and culture to China. I think with the successful holding of this exhibition in Shanghai, that I think everybody knows that that people that are crazy for the ticket. Now we decided to bring this exhibition, I think, to Hong Kong. This is, I think that they just mentioned, this is the longest and the largest Egyptian exhibition, even that organized in Hong Kong. Hopefully, I think with the 9 year, I think we hope to attract many people come to Hong Kong. I think to see, to view the treasure of Egyptian nation culture, and also to understanding the more about our friendship. That it's very important that we need to build that. The common community, for promoting, the understanding and mutual trust between the two countries. Would you like to add something on this, Moamen?
Thank you very much. Of course, we will only just add it's just the beginning. It's our new collaboration started. Of course, we have 70 years of collaboration between Egypt and China. But especially in the culture exchange, this is remarkable because we are now in a direct contact with each other, starting, of course, from Shanghai Museum, and now as the second stop here with Hong Kong, selecting the 250 artifacts, one of the best, or actually the best artifacts that will be shown here in Hong Kong. And this is only just the beginning. So we are planning and looking forward to, of course, a very long collaboration. It's not only just one exhibition, but it will be a partnership between the two entities, and we are looking forward to our future collaboration in the culture exchange, not only just making only one exhibition.
Great, thank you. Let me take the second question from the floor. Black top, lady in the middle.
I'm Sophie. I'm from the RTHK English channel. So you've mentioned that this collaboration is a dialogue between two long-standing and iconic cultures. How do you see cultural institutions and museum exhibitions like this contributing to mutual understanding between nations, both at a diplomatic level and beyond it?
Well, I always believe that culture exchange, it's the soft power of any country, especially when it comes to two big civilization and ancient civilization, like the ancient Egyptian civilization and the ancient Chinese civilization. So it's only just a continuation of this soft power collaboration between the two countries. And of course, with the culture exchange, it's a long-standing dialogue between starting from the past and it still continue till the present. And of course, it's the bridge to the future.
I think that is the mission of Hong Kong Palace Museum. I think one aspect, I think that we promote Chinese art and culture, and in the meantime, we promote the dialogue among world civilization. Since I think the opening of a museum 3 years ago, that we have been hosting many important, the world culture, world civilization museum in Hong Kong. And then you can see it's not only for Hong Kong visitors, but for those from mainland, from Asia. This year, we have made the particular effort in bringing Islamic art culture to Hong Kong with the opening of the Imperial Carpet exhibition. And then we will have one more Islamic art exhibition. And then we will have Egyptian civilization. I think through this exhibition, people can understand our past, the thinking, our present, and then plan our future, how to avoid conflict, war, and etc. So I think it's very important that through exhibition, we enhance understanding and we respect with each other.
Great. We have time for 2 more questions. Can I take a third? Yes. Gentleman in the middle. Yes.
Good afternoon. My name is Harvey. I'm from the South China Morning Post. Just 2 questions. Firstly, could you comment on perhaps the significance of this agreement signed between the Palace Museum and also on the Egyptian side? And perhaps, would this be, sign of future things to come, as you mentioned? Could you perhaps give a little bit of a hint on the future plans and such? And the second thing, we'd also like to ask about the popularity or the expected attendance that the Palace Museum would have towards local visitors, mainland Chinese and Hong Kong tourists, so Hong Kong visitors as well as overseas visitors, and if you have an idea that you can give for ticket prices and how you'd go about it. Thank you.
I think that we haven't. May I answer? Yes. And then we haven't. I think if you just consider, I think the ticket price, I think we will announce very, very soon. And then we will affordable, I think, to everybody. And that's point number 1. I think the second because I think that we know this exhibition in Shanghai is huge popular, but bear in mind that I think the venue of Shanghai Museum is huge. I think they use their old premises. I think in the city center, that's about 3 times of our space. So what we do, I think, is to select the best of the best. I think so that we'll bring 250 objects to Hong Kong. But everyone can mention that the quality will be, no compromise of quality. It will be, we will have a fresh interpretation of the object. So we expect that this exhibition will be very, very popular. We don't have the figures in mind because we have a little bit shorter than the Shanghai show. I think around I think that will be around 600,000 to maybe 700,000, around this range. That because it will be the most popular exhibition, I think, that for Hong Kong Palace Museum. That's the question. For your first part of question, actually, I think during these 2 days, I think I share with Dr. Ismail what's the next, how we can continue our collaboration. We treasure very much, our relationships. So good. And even this morning, Dr. Ismail, when he visited the Imperial Carpet exhibition, mentioned to me a lot of art treasure in your Islamic art museum. He invited me to visit the museum. I think in future, maybe we bring more Egyptian exhibition to Hong Kong, not only in Asia, but about Islamic art. And also, we can have cultural performances, that craftsmanship, intangible cultural heritage. And also maybe there will be exchange with, I think, between the museum professional of, the museum in the two countries. There are a lot, I think, of cultural change, the initiative we can take forward. I'm not sure whether we have any supplement to this question.
Of course, I will not add more what my colleague, Dr. Lewis, has mentioned already, but we are already, will be only the start of our long collaboration between the Supreme Council of Antiquities and Hong Kong Palace Museum. And of course, we have plenty of plans that we were discussing today and we will discuss in the future. And I have to admit in front of all the media that Dr. Lewis is really a good negotiator, one of the best. And of course, he managed to get the best artifacts and selection of artifacts to be shown here at the museum. And I'm sure also that he will manage to do another round in the future, also to bring the best artifacts to be displayed in the museum, to show it to the Hong Kong people and all the visitors of this wonderful museum.
Thank you so much. We have time for one last question. Yes.
This is Yuki from Hong Kong Economic Institution. I want to ask, as we mark the 100th anniversary of the Palace Museum this year, the Hong Kong Palace Museum, a relatively young institution with a unique positioning, presenting the ancient Egyptian civilization mega exhibition in this important year. How do you think this reflects the special mission and the role of the Hong Kong Palace Museum in connecting Chinese traditional culture with world civilization?
Well, I think that's a very important year. I think to mark the 100th anniversary of the establishment of the Palace Museum Beijing, understanding that they will have a serious event, I think that to celebrate this important day. I think in Hong Kong Palace Museum, we have also organized important exhibition, I think already open in the first part of the year on Palace Museum culture. In the later part of this year, we have many world civilization culture exhibition. It also signifies, I think, the mission of Palace Museum, both in Beijing and Hong Kong. Our vision is to promote a dialogue among world civilization. I think that to promote the global cultural initiative, advocated by President Xi Jinping. It's very important. I think the full exhibition, we enhance our understanding. I think the foster our dialogue. I think that's quite aligned with the vision of the two Palace Museum in Beijing and in Hong Kong.
Okay, great. Thank you, everyone. Thank you both. Please be seated. This is the end of our Q&A session. Thank you, everyone. This is also the end of our signing ceremony. Thank you very much for joining us today.